This is The Rumor Report with Angela Yee on The Breakfast Club.
So listen up.
Well, T.I. was talking to The Root, and he was discussing basically how he's still actively looking for another female rapper who can undo the blunder of Iggy Azalea. He said, that is a tarnish of my legacy as far as being a music executive is concerned. To me, this is like when Michael Jordan went to play baseball. That's harsh.
I wouldn't go that far.
He also said that he is his toughest critic. He said, I'm always kind of hard on myself about the times that I had the game eating out of the palms of my hands and I effed up. But that was a clear representation that if I had effed up too bad, I wouldn't have been in that MFing room.
I mean, it's a point. It was a point where Iggy was winning. I mean, she had a number one record for like 7 weeks in a row or something like that. I wouldn't call that a blunder.
Yeah. He was on stage helping with the twerk contest.
Yeah, back in the day, because I mean, Grand Hustle, my folks. So back in the day when it was Iggy came to New York and she was at SOBs, me and Duval was definitely out there with my man Clay and a few other people, you know?
Yeah, I wouldn't call her a blunder.
I wouldn't call her a blunder. I mean, look, she did better than Emil. Remember Emil? When Jay signed Emil? You know what I mean?
Can I get up?
Y'all gonna act like y'all don't remember Emil?
Yeah, Emil from Major Coins, I said.
Yeah, she was on Ja record too. What's that big record Ja was on? She was
Can
on.
I Get Her?
Was it Can I Get Her?
Yeah.
I just started singing it.
No, I can't remember.
I just don't understand why you would consider that a blunder. Because Iggy did have a successful first album.
Well, Iggy, of course, did not like those remarks. And somebody mentioned it to her on social media, and she had something to say. Somebody posted it, and she said, imagine thinking I was his biggest blunder. LMAO, tip, sweetie, we have a whole list for you.
Well, he's talking professionally, Iggy. He's not talking about anything personal. He's just saying professionally he was his biggest blunder. There was no follow-up question, though?
But I guess she's coming with, you had worse artists that didn't do anything.
Who?
How many artists did T.I. have? A lot of them weren't as big as...
Young Dro, Young L.A., PSC. Mm-hmm. They was all successful. B.O.B.
I'm not bigger than Iggy, besides B.O.B.
I mean, depends what you call big.
That's true.
All right, well, he is still trying to work with female rappers. And, you know, this is all about the new Netflix show, by the way, Rhythm and Flow. And he likes the fact that there's a lot of dope female talent out there trying to get in the industry. So he said the show is a fair representation because there is a number of female contestants on the show.
Word. I would like to know what I would like to hear the follow-up question, though. Like, why exactly does he consider that a blunder?
Right. Well, I don't know why he feels that tarnished his legacy.
I don't think it
He said it didn't turn out basically how he had hoped. And I guess she's been beefing with a lot of people. I don't know why he felt that way.
You took a white woman from Australia, and for a moment, she had a moment.
And he does still have Tokyo Jets. He does still have Tokyo Jets. And he did.
I love Tokyo Jets.
Shout out Tokyo Jets as well. But you know what else he said that was interesting? He talked about working with female rappers, and he said that a lot of things get in the way. He said boyfriends is a contributing factor. He said sometimes people just grow up and find out that maybe their time, efforts, and attention would be better applied elsewhere. But right now, we do have Tokyo Jets. So
if I told y'all I had a white woman rapper from Australia, y'all would laugh at me. Okay, but for a moment he made her a star. I don't see how that's a blunder.
And I remember he tried to do a lot of things for her. Remember they had the show Sisterhood of Hip Hop, and originally that was supposed to be a show just for Iggy Azalea.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, when he's told us that. Mm-hmm. When he pitched that was a show about Iggy, and she didn't want to do it. So that's how Sisterhood of Hip Hop came about, because he had a deal on the table, and then he had to switch it up. All right, Kevin Hart is getting back to work, and he's going to promote Jumanji. He's been doing that, so he can do about 2 hours a day. He was on set for 2 hours on Monday, 2 hours on Tuesday.
No.
He said he'll be back for another couple of hours today, but he's still going through his rehab, and he still wants to fulfill his commitments, but he did have that terrible car accident. But he does need to, I guess, take part in this new marketing campaign for Jumanji.
See, Kev's work ethic is next level. And, you know, like I always say, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work. So when you have somebody like Kev who has talent, but then he outworks everybody, that's why he's Kev. So it's like a thing inside of him. He can't help but go out there and work. Yeah. But he needs to sit his ass down until January.
Right, he's got to
the rest of the year.
But you know what? If he feels like he can do 2 hours and then I'm out and do
still
a
lot
bit,
on your body.
Man.
It is a lot.
You got to get up. You got to get there. You got to get ready. It's a lot on his body.
You almost died. You had to have surgery on your vertebrae. Like, sit down for the rest of the year. You'll be fine.
All right, now let's discuss Jeannie Mai. She was on The Real, and she was talking about basically dating Jeezy now and how different it is than her ex. Sometimes it takes for you to move on and look back on things and be like, wow, I really wasn't treated the way I should have been when someone does treat you right. Listen to this.
So I'm not blaming my ex
for the things that he barely came through to do. I was just like, when you say, oh, good for you, you did that documentary, or that's cool, then I'm like, great, he supports me. Awesome. That to me is now my standard of support. I didn't know until, honestly, my new relationship that even something as basic as, oh my God, I'm not crying to feel bad for me. I'm just like, it was so touchy.
It's okay.
But like even something as basic as like at his birthday party.
She goes on to talk about what he did. He actually left his birthday party. Listen to this.
He left to drive me to the airport to Atlanta. And I was like, yo, I can Uber. Like I Uber my whole life. And he was looking at me like, are you crazy? Like I need to see you off. I'm to drive you to the So I'm just saying, you can blame or you can say or not blame, but just be mindful of your standards. And sometimes for me, being alone in that time that I took to myself was my upgrade.
All right.
Wow.
Drop on the clues bomb.
It'd be the little things like that.
Right. Jeezy Mai, the snow woman.
You know, drop me off at the airport, leave what you got to do. I'm used to just having to take care of myself all the time. Uber this, handle that. Nice to have a man around that's actually going to help and upgrade you and take care of you.
Go ahead, Jeezy
and
Mai.
cater to you.
That's why guys we gotta do the little things, right? Like that's showing that you care. Like don't take no Uber. I'm gonna take you to the airport.
Right. Why would and leave his own damn birthday party at that?
That's dope.
That's a sweet thing to do. They probably like, where did Jeezy go? All right, I'm Angela Yee, and that is your Rumor Report.
All right, thank you, Miss E. Charlamagne.
Yes.
Who you giving that donkey
I'm
to?
gonna be honest with you, man. I really hate to do this to Florida, man. But
Another one?
It's like every other day
Another
when
one.
I come in here and I run through things and I look at what's happening in the world. I just have to give these people in Florida the credit they deserve for being stupid. Okay? And this one is absolutely amazing. All right? So we'll talk about it for after the hour.
All right, we'll get into that next. Keep it locked. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.